Hello everyone and good morning. I'm Nisa Jo. The release of the liquid petroleum hydrocarbons into the environment, especially the marine ecosystem due to human activity.
Oil spills may be due to release of crude oil from tankers, offshore platforms, during rigs and wells, as well as spills of refined petroleum products such as gasoline and diesel, and their byproducts, heavier fuels used by large ships such as bunker fuel or the spill of any oily refuse or waste air. Oil are less dense than water, so it will float on the water surface, it spreads out and is pushed across the water by wind and currents. Without the ability to repel water and insulate from cold water, birds and mammals will die from hypothermia.
Oil destroys the insulating ability of the marine mammals, such as sea otter, and the water repellency of birds further, thus exposing this creature to the harsh elements.
One of the issues is oil spill of Penang Island. A 43.6-meter fishing vessel from Hong Kong sank 2 nautical miles off Permatang Dama Laut around 5:30 a.m. on July 26. The ship, with 5 crew members, including the captain, ran into the remains of shipwreck called Kapal Simin. About 6 tons of diesel and hundreds of liters of engine oil spilled out. The spill floated in a southeasterly direction towards Perak shores. Shrimp and fish farms and the coastal environment of Perak are now facing oil pollution.
A ferry collision that sank an Iranian tanker in the East China Sea a month ago has resulted in an environmental threat that experts say is unlike any before. The spill began on the evening of January 6 when the Sanchi, a Panamanian-flagged Iranian-owned tanker, collided with a cargo ship in waters roughly 160 nautical miles east of Shanghai. The Sanchi exploded and burned for more than a week before sinking. All 32 crew members are presumed dead. An almost invisible type of petroleum has begun to contaminate some of the most important fishing grounds in Asia, from China to Japan and beyond. Up to 111,000 metric tons have poured into the ocean.
Fish and shellfish may not be exposed immediately, but can come into contact with oil if it is mixed into the water column. Many birds and animals also ingest oil when they try to clean themselves, which can poison them. A thick film of oil on the sea surface may reduce sunlight penetration and reduce photosynthesis. Therefore, there is no oxygen for the organism to stay alive in aquatic life.
Hello and good morning everyone. I am Alia, reporter from PS Buletin. This problem was spread widely and gives such a big effect to our environment, especially to the marine life. So, Mr. Aiman, can you share your opinion? What is the effect of this problem to the environment, especially to marine life?
In general, oil spills can affect animals and plants in 2 ways. First is from the oil itself, and second is from the cleanup operation. Spilled oil can harm the living things because its chemical constituents are poisonous. First, it can affect the animals. For example, we take birds. As we know, most of oil are fluids. The creatures that affected most is the animals such as sea otters and seabirds because they play in the surface of the sea. Sea otters can easily be harmed because since their ability to stay warm depends on their fur remaining clean. Second is it can affect the habitats. If the oil waste into coastal marshes, mangrove forests, or other wetlands, plants and grasses absorb oil. So it can damage the plants and the area is not suitable for the habitat to live. Last but not least is it can affect the marine mammals. Oil spills frequently kill marine mammals. For example, is whales and dolphins. Oil can clog blowholes of whales, so it can damage so they are impossible to breathe more frequently. Oil can clog blowholes of whales, making them impossible to breathe properly and disrupting their ability to communicate. Even when marine mammals escape the intermediate effect, an oil spill also can contaminate their food supply. If the marine mammals eat fish or other food that exposed to an oil, that oil is poisonous, so it can make they suffer and can lead to death and experience the other specific problem. Thank you.
As we know, prevention is better than cure, and every problem has their own solution. So, Ms. Jia, can you share with us how to overcome this problem?
I think there are so many ways to prevent the oil spill problem. First, do not overfill the fuel tanks. Only fill 90% of the tank with fuel to reduce the chance of the spill. Second, for boaters and ships, check oil regularly to make sure the fuel lines are in the good condition. Third, do the spill clean-up technique properly. Mariners especially must do the clean-up properly to avoid contamination. Next, mariners also must routinely inspect storage tanks as required by law.
Next, we can use booms and skimmers. Booms contain the oil so that skimmers can collect it. Booms are floating barriers placed around the oil or whatever is leaking the oil. Skimmers can be boats, vacuum machines, sponge, or oil-absorbent ropes that skim spill oil from the water surface within the booms. The use of oil booms is a very simple and popular method of controlling oil spills. Equipment called containment booms acts like a fence to prevent the oil from further spreading or floating away. This device attracts oil to their surface before transferring it to a collection tank.
Lastly, increase safety in vessel maintenance by tighten bolts on your engine. Thank you.
There are two main causes of oil spill, which are natural and anthropogenic causes. For natural causes, such as soil that seeps from the bottom of ocean, which enter the marine environment, crude oil formed during long periods of time through natural process involve organic matter from dead organisms. Thus, oil may be naturally spilled due to various factors including climatic conditions and disturbance. Oil spill may occur in ocean due to eroding of sedimentary rocks from the bottom of the ocean. For anthropogenic causes, including accidental oil spills, as well as leaks and spills due to a large variety of human activities that relate to oil refining, handling, and transport, storage and use of crude oil, and any of its distilled products.
Not art. Think about aquatic life, not only us. Love nature. Thank you.
Very nervous, no one knew me, no one knew me. Hello teacher, tell me what's my lesson. Look right through me, look right through me. I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take.